The Golden State Warriors have to worry about Draymond Green and his temper almost every game. That temper is what has made Green one of the greatest defensive players of his generation, but it can also get him thrown out of games. In a game against the New Orleans Pelicans, Green got into it with a fan. The fan reportedly kept calling Green Angel Reese, and that set him off. Green got into it with him during the game, although it didn't look like there was any shouting. The NBA has made a decision on this interaction, and Green will not be fined. Instead, he was just issued a warning. Warriors Draymond Green issued warning by NBA. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, the NBA has sent Green a warning about the incident. After Green talked to the fan, he walked away and continued to play. The fan did not touch Green in any way, nor did he direct profanity at him. Green addressed what the fan was saying to him following the game. He just kept calling me a woman. It was a good joke at first. But you can't keep calling me a woman. I got 4 kids, and 1 on the way. You can't keep calling me a woman. He got quiet, though, so it was fine. The NBA doesn't want anything like this to possibly escalate into a bigger incident, such as players going after fans. Ever since the Malice in the Palace, the NBA doesn't want anything close to that happening again. Draymond Green toes the line in every game he plays. Green has always been known as someone who goes right up to the line. He sometimes crosses it, and that's when he gets technical fouls or suspensions. Sometimes it's both. Regardless, the Warriors love what he is able to give them defensively because of that mentality. With Green on the floor, Golden State is 9.3 points better. His ability to switch and guard any player on the floor is invaluable to what the Warriors want to do defensively. Even at his advanced age, he continues to defend at a high level. If another incident like this happens, Green will likely face both a fine and a possible suspension. That fan was likely given some sort of communication from the league as well. Sharpshooting guard Stephen Curry passed Vince Carter for number 22 on the NBA's all-time scoring list on Tuesday. Unfortunately, the Golden State Warriors star tweaked his ankle during his team's 121-113 loss to the Orlando Magic and is doubtful to play Wednesday's back-to-back game against the Miami Heat. Curry revealed he tweaked his ankle in the first half, but braved his injury and managed to play 34 minutes against a dangerous Magic team on the road. We're just looking at how that responds because I tweaked it again in the first half tonight. I don't think it's anything crazy, but see how I respond to the flight and how I feel tomorrow, said the 4-time NBA champion. Stephen Curry climbs the ladder. Curry, 25,749 points, is now just 322 points behind Kevin Garnett, 26,071, for number 21, and just 646 points behind John Havlicek, 26395, for number 20 on the all-time list. He could realistically eclipse both this season, with an opportunity to also pass Boston Celtics legend Paul Pierce, 26,397, and 2017 MVP Russell Westbrook, 26,406. Curry, who famously practiced with Vince Carter as an 8-year-old, said it was surreal to pass one of his childhood heroes. It's always an honor whenever you're passing greats like that, he said, via NBA.com. There are certain names that are a little bit more special than others just because of past history, Curry added. My dad playing with Vince in those 3 years in Toronto, there's countless memories. Me and my brother being around the Raptor organization and playing Vince one-on-one, it's all come full circle. Those are pretty special. Warriors' winning streak ends. Curry's historic night was ruined by the fact that the Magic snapped the Warriors' 3-game winning streak. After a blowout loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder last week, the Warriors responded with back-to-back wins against the San Antonio Spurs and a crushing victory over the New Orleans Pelicans to go 3-1 on their road trip. Their 6-game road trip will conclude with a stop in Miami on Wednesday, with Curry, Al Horford, rest, and Jonathan Kuminga, ankle, most likely to sit out. Curry, while dealing with a tweaked ankle, is over the sickness that forced him to miss 3 consecutive games last week. I'm over the sickness, but we played 4 straight road games, Curry said. Still dealing with it a little bit. I feel like myself, but I've still got some little symptoms and then a little sore ankle that was a couple of games ago. I tweaked it a little bit tonight, but those are the things that you're just trying to play through and trying to figure out how to continue to build momentum. As it now appears, Anthony Davis is the latest star to be mentioned in serious trade rumors, and the Golden State Warriors could be the team to land the All-NBA center. After the firing of Nico Harrison, the Dallas Mavericks look to be eyeing a fire sale, which would include sending Davis out to revamp the roster with Cooper Flagg. At the same time, multiple reports show the Warriors' longtime interest in the center, and with some recent struggles, they could be more likely to go after Davis than ever before. As for which teams could be interested in Davis, if the Warriors are serious about going all in on trying to win another title with Stephen Curry, they have a glaring need for front-court reinforcements to aid Curry and Jimmy Butler, Robbie Colland wrote for CBS Sports. Davis would give them another high-end veteran to chase another title, and Dallas could finally be a landing spot for Jonathan Kuminga, giving him a fresh start on a team with a more future-facing timeline alongside Flagg. Golden State hasn't been afraid to go after big targets in the trade market in the past, as seen with the Butler addition, and their struggles this season point to them adding another big man. Dallas appears set for a new era, and it is hard to see Davis being a part of that in any way. Warriors' trade for Anthony Davis isn't a new idea. Speaking on Run It Back TV, former NBA player Chandler Parsons gave his verdict on the idea of Golden State sending out Kuminga in exchange for Davis. Though still just in the trade rumor stage, Dallas would likely want more than just the wing for their top big man, but it opens the possibility of major changes for both franchises. I like this for the Warriors because they're pretty much all in and it's currently kinda not enough, Parsons said in response to Lou Williams proposing the trade idea. They have some pieces that I think are attractive to other teams, so yeah, I like adding Anthony Davis to this core, maximizing the Steph Curry era. Bay Area insider Tim Kawakami said, "The Warriors have daydreamed about Davis for years, and though they likely didn't know he was on the table to be moved in February, he clearly looks like a trade candidate now." Sam Quinn of CBS Sports shared the same sentiment, highlighting the potential fit for Davis alongside Curry. "The fit is pretty straightforward," the insider wrote. "Davis is the rim protector and lob catcher the Warriors have wanted forever. He'd be Stephen Curry's best teammate since Kevin Durant. This is the team that can look at Davis and say, getting him might be the difference between a championship or bust." At this point in the Warriors' history, it does appear to be championship or bust. The team's recent struggles point to a move coming as they hope to get the most out of their superstars' ticking clock. Maximizing Steph Curry's final seasons. The reason for the Warriors making a potential deal like this is clear: maximizing the time they have left with Curry. The superstar has already hinted that he's done with international play, and at 37 years old, it is fair to say that he only has a few seasons left in his NBA career. Still, Golden State made the Butler trade and has spent a significant amount of cap space bringing in shooters who fit well with their star trio. However, despite the above .500 record, things aren't going perfectly in the Bay Area. Injuries have been huge, and though it's a nearly impossible aspect of the game to control, their busy schedule and aging roster have played a part. For Kuminga specifically, he's been floated as a potential trade candidate for months, specifically after he signed his deal to return to the team. After a strong start, the wing has fallen off a bit. Added with rumors on the bad fit within the locker room, subpar performances, and recent injury, he looks a lot closer to being moved compared to when the season started. There are also some concerns about Buddy Hield, but like the evolving Moses Moody, his shooting remains a skill the Warriors will likely prioritize. The bigger issue is the frontcourt, as the aging Draymond Green has taken the brunt of the role with Al Horford, Quinton Post, Gue Santos, and Tracy Jackson-Davis all limited. As previously mentioned, adding the Mavs' big man would help on both sides of the court and likely be the best move for the Warriors in Curry's final stage.